While the environmental headlines are dominated by global warming mostly these days, there's another largely undocumented battle going on in what's left of the forests of the world to protect endangered animals and habitats. And the front line of this war is largely occupied by park rangers, often putting their lives at risk searching out illegal traps set by poachers or in war-torn countries dodging bullets from rebel fighters. One Australian park ranger was so inspired by their dedication, he sold his car, remortgaged his house and financed a documentary called The Thin Green Line. His efforts to bring attention to the dangerous work done by these wildlife warriors won him the President's Award at the latest International Rangers Congress in Scotland. Lisa Whitehead reports.
Half the world's surviving mountain gorillas live in Uganda's Bwindi National Park, close to the Congo border. Tourists pay handsomely for the privilege of spending an hour with these magnificent primates. Opening up the mountain to tourists funds the often dangerous work of the rangers in this park, once called the Impenetrable Forest.
They do anti-poaching patrols for up to 7 days. They face rebel soldiers, sometimes from the Congo.
Australian park ranger Sean Wilmore filmed this foot patrol in the Bwindi National Park, accompanying rangers on a search and destroy mission, looking for illegal traps set by animal poachers.
See, there we go. You should be proud of that.
Yes, we can be proud of that one, because you have saved the life of an animal.
Yeah.
The chief ranger at Bwindi National Park is John McCambo.
He's witnessed one of his rangers being killed in front of his eyes by rebel soldiers. He gets paid a pittance for his work. He's looking after 350 of the 700 mountain gorillas left in the world. Doesn't complain.
Believe it or not, a pile of leaves, but there's a snare.
Sean Wilmore wants to tell the world the stories of rangers like John McCambo and his men.
Waiting for the hunters to come back, kicking and screaming for 3 or 4 days.
Documenting on film the dangers these frontline warriors face in the conservation battle.
I don't think I'd overstate it if I said that they're actually probably my heroes as well. They're unsung heroes, and that's why we've done the film. They go out there every day, no matter what. There's rangers that you'll hear talk about being shot at, and they go back out there the next day and do the same thing again. So I feel honoured and privileged to belong to the same profession as them.
34-year-old Sean Wilmore manages the Warringini Park, a coastal wetland on Victoria's Mornington Peninsula.
Something was yearning in me to go and meet them on their patch, and so one thing led to another, and I sold my car and remortgaged the house and got a camera donated and was on a plane to South America and with an idea.
Armed with just that idea, little money and no filmmaking experience, Sean Wilmore set out on a journey that took him on horse patrol high in the Andes in Argentina and to Chile, where he was often mistaken for that other Australian wildlife warrior, Steve Irwin.
When I was travelling around, Steve Irwin was about 3 weeks in front of me wherever I went for this, about a month. And so I'd rock up somewhere and I'd say I was Australian and I'd say I was a park ranger, and they'd, "Tu es cazador de crocodilo?" And I was, no, I'm not him. No, he's a different guy and he's unique. That's not me.
Have a go at this whopper!
He made an amazing contribution, and this is just my little contribution, I suppose.
Sean Wilmore's contribution took him to 23 countries and 6 continents, filming rangers working in their own habitats, including Arnhem Land in the Northern Territory. His membership of the ranger community giving him unique access to helicopter patrols in the Canadian Rockies, foot patrols in Norway and Costa Rica, to the wilds of South Africa's Kruger National Park, and the endangered forests of Goa in India.
They have come inside for firewood, so we'll just convince them and send them out.
They know they're not allowed to come into the park, but they don't have much choice, and Presh has to try and balance that with wildlife conservation. So he tried to find a solution for them. He tried to find some funding to buy them solar cookers so that they didn't have to come to the park anymore. But you could see the emotion in his face. He was saying that if they come back again and again and again, this forest will be gone, just like the other forests they've already cleared. Please, if you have a look here, just have a look.
Around the world, the story is the same, with urban populations encroaching on fragile ecosystems. Part of Sean Wilmore's job involves speaking to school students about the importance of protecting these wetlands on Melbourne's southern fringe. But now he's hoping to speak to a much wider audience with the world premiere of his International Ranger documentary, The Thin Green Line, planned for July.
He speaks with the passion, and you can see it in his eyes that he loves what he does, but he cares deeply about the plight of the rangers and the issues they're facing across the world, and that he's devoted to trying to pursue that cause and bring it forward. So he's full of energy.
Friend and colleague David Bunteen says while his energy is boundless, Sean Wilmore has hit his financial limits. He's now looking for sponsors to help finish the post-production on The Thin Green Line.
He's devoted a lot of his own time and effort and money to get it to this point, and now's a perfect chance for others to get involved.
I've got some of the best friends in the world in different parts of the world, and I've grown so much through the experience of meeting these people, and I've learnt so much about what's going on in the world through their eyes.
The message of Sean Wilmore's film is clear and simple, and delivered by the frontline rangers themselves.
Make sure that what is surviving on the world keeps on surviving until further notice. And forever and ever.